Clark College could be headed for its first ever teacher strike. Area lawmakers gear up for the legislative session, and a Battleground man gives back by cleaning some gutters. I'm Chris Brown, and this is Clark County Today. Well, for the first time in its history, nearly 90 years of history, Clark College could see classes canceled next Monday due to a strike. Members of the Clark College Association for Higher Education voted in December to authorize a strike if a new deal on salaries couldn't be reached. Last week, the union voted to set that strike date as January 13th if a deal hasn't been reached by the end of today. Both sides will be meeting over the weekend. The college says they don't have the budget for the kinds of raises the faculty want, but the union says they're losing people, especially after K-12 educators received big raises last year. Well, the city of Battleground has a new council member in Shauna Walters and a new mayor. Battleground selects its mayor and deputy mayor via a vote of the city council, and Adrian Cortes will take over for Mike D'Alessandro, who declined to seek a second two-year term. Cortes most recently lost a bid to unseat Gary Medvegy on the county council and has 2 years remaining in his term on Battleground City Council. Philip Johnson, who has served previously as mayor and deputy mayor, will reprise the deputy mayor role. The votes for both men were split at 4-3 and left a bitter taste in the mouths of some council members. To find out more on the reason, head to clarkcountytoday.com. Well, Vancouver City Council also welcomed a new city council this week. Sarah Fox was sworn in alongside Bart Hansen and Ty Stober, who were re-elected in November. Fox defeated Jeannie Stewart easily last November. The former U.S. Army veteran and Camas City planner replaces Bill Turley, who retired earlier this year. Fox's election marks the first time in Vancouver history that a council has had a voter-approved female majority. The 66th edition of the Washington State Legislature starts next week for a 60-day session, and Clark County legislators have been gearing up. Last weekend, we heard from legislators in the 18th District. You can see the full video of their town hall meeting at the Port of Camas-Washougal on our website or YouTube channel. And this weekend, lawmakers from the 49th Legislative District have a town hall scheduled at the Education Services District 112 building. 18th District lawmakers have scheduled a town hall for January 18th at WSU Vancouver after the legislature's first week wraps up. Of course, we'll be covering all of that, so stay tuned. Well, Kristen Maurer is a name you might not know, but she made history this week when she became the first female fire chief in the history of Clark County. Maurer was officially sworn in as fire chief of Fire District 6 by Fire Commissioner Brad Lawspeak this week, the same person who swore her in as a firefighter more than 20 years earlier.
All the crews know this, but with the right combination of people on a team, they can produce a synergistic effect. And we have built that combination with myself, Chief Russell, Chief Schmidt, and Chief Newberry. But thank you all for believing in me and allowing me to be the next chief of Clark County Fire District 6.
It's been very exciting. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of support that our fire district has. So the people that came out tonight, they're not just here for me, they're here for all of us. And so it's putting District 6 on the map. It's exciting. I've always looked at myself as not different. And so I've done the same training and same education that my male counterparts have done. But then, when I sit back and reflect on it, I realize that it is important that women are role models for young girls. And that's my role right now. And I just want to show girls and women that, and anybody for that matter, that if you put your mind to it, you can do it. So I think that's the big message.
And Maurer becomes one of only 6 female fire chiefs in the state of Washington out of around 500 fire stations in the state. But Dory Jukic, she goes by Dee, loves cleaning windows and gutters. He loves it so much he founded his company, Fine Touch Window Cleaning, so he could do it every day. Now, after noticing a need for gutter cleaning among the elderly, disabled, and low income, the Battleground business owner decided to make them an offer. Free gutter cleaning. No strings attached, no fine print, just genuine service.
You see before and after results like live, right as you're doing it. Like you'll see a dirty window clogged with stuff, and then when you use the right techniques, you just see it come off. So it kind of captivated me, and I decided to go into business doing window cleaning. Gutter cleaning usually goes hand in hand with window cleaning because you're dealing with people's homes, doing window cleaning, and you're moving around ladders and you're up on roofs and stuff like that, and you get to see the insides of people's gutters. And around the fall, winter time, window cleaning is a little bit slower because people prefer to have the windows cleaned around spring, summer. Around wintertime, we pick up on the gutter cleaning because all the leaves are falling out and it starts to rain, gutters get clogged up. So it's a service I added on, and it's been successful because a lot of people really need it, and they contact us and we go and get the job done.
And you can find out more about Dee's offer on our website, clarkcountytoday.com. Well, Clark County Council members held a work session this week to discuss future plans for the 78th Street Heritage Farm. A lot of community members attended, wanting some clarity over rumors the council was preparing to sell or commercialize part of the farm property. Now, Heritage Farm was established in the late 1800s and is a historic site and part of the WSU extension that allows for research and study. Nonprofits and school programs also utilize the farm as an educational facility. Council Chair Eileen Quirine attempted to put fears to rest, saying there's no plan to sell any property, only to maximize use and keep general fund expenditures to a minimum. Councilmember Temple Lentz said she does have some concerns over the issue, but she would hold off judgment for the time being. Public Works officials will return next month with a formal plan and suggestions for moving forward. Well, time to check in with Paul Valencia for the Clark County Today Sports Update.
Happy Friday, everybody. And this may be a little late, but Happy New Year. Hey, this week, ClarkCountyToday.com Sports, we told you about Neil Lomax. He resigned as the head coach at Fort Vancouver, gave a little advice to the Trappers on his way out. Also, over the holiday break, we had a couple of special basketball moments. Khalil Singleton scored 55 points in one game for Fort Vancouver. That's a school record. It might even be the best ever for a Clark County high school basketball player. And over at Union, Brad Lackey hit 11 three-pointers in a game and scored 40 points. Those both are school records over at Union. Later in the week, we had boys basketball notes from 18 teams, Class 4A, Class 3A, Class 2A, and Class 1A teams from Clark County. And check back on ClarkCountyToday.com Sports for girls basketball notes. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right, thanks, Paul. And there you have just a look at some of the stories you'll find this week at ClarkCountyToday.com, ClarkCountyToday.com. Of course, we're on Weather Watch as well. We'll be covering any potential snowstorm next week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can also send your story ideas and news tips to news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week.